there, George? George? I
Yeah, I'm
don't,
here.
where are you? I don't see you. Oh, there you
I'm
are.
here. Hi.
Okay. You're on, honey.
Okay. Thank you. And yeah, everybody, yeah, what Christine was talking about, the pay plan and Antoniette, this pay plan is so powerful, and it's why I prepare a special training. Not today, we don't have the time for today. On Saturday at 11:30, the pay plan on three. You see the flyer on the right side. I'm gonna go deep. I know have one of those in about a month and a half or 2 months. People been asking me, and I say, okay, you know when it's time to do it again. It's gonna be 11:30 this coming Saturday. Today it goes with everything that everybody was talking earlier, and the calls that we have yesterday and 2 days before about the importance of networking, but for example, many of the places, like Kenny was talking, they give you certain times. Sometimes they give you only a minute to tell who you are. What's your story? Why just elevator speech? And that's the thing. We sometimes tend to go beyond. Actually, let me share the screen because. Okay, hold on a second. Let me make sure I had the PowerPoint that I was working on. Okay, all right. I'm gonna share. All right. This is us sometimes. We talk and we scare people. How many times we say because we have so much good things about what we have, our business, etc., and we start talking and talking and talking and talking, and we overwhelm people. And then the other side, the person maybe sounds smiling, but another times we see people that the face of terror, and we think that they are excited. No, they want to run away. That, and that's something that we have to remember, and especially because we are going to be in many situations that they tell us, hey, you have lost just 3 minutes to talk about your business. But many times the reality, we have less than a minute. What do you do? If somebody say, hey, what do you do? Think about that. Now, I had talked about this template or system, because it's a system of how to create a story. When I heard about this the first time was years ago. Actually, I'm glad it was in my first company. I always, when I was talking to somebody, I always was saying something different because I didn't know. I didn't have a template. I didn't have a system. And that's why I was talking so much until I learned this system from a guy that became a great friend of mine. And I say, okay, this is going to change. And the cool thing that system that I'm going to show you, it can be applied for a 30-second infomercial. I'm talking infomercial, or
Yeah.
20 seconds when you're talking about somebody, about your business, or when you are doing a video, because you can expand it as long as you want. And it has 4 steps. And some of you probably have seen this before because I've done a similar training many times. But until everybody's not doing it, I'm not going to be quiet about this part because it's so important. Okay, there's a better way. This is your story approach. Okay, first of all, a story. Story must be short, must create curiosity, and must have a call to action. Simple as that. How can you do that in 30 seconds? You probably thinking, well, I know in doing it in a presentation, but what in 30 seconds? You have to make sure you have a system, a very simple system. And the reason has to be short. People are in a hurry. And these networking meetings that people do, or if you happen to go to a flea market or a show, etc., you want to have something quick. And again, when person asks you, what do you do? What do you say? Think about that. Okay, now this formula has 4 steps. The first one, the past. Imagine the Christmas story, the ghost of the past, the ghost of the present, the ghost of the future. And there was a reason the ghost was sharing, because wanted to share the life of the person that the ghost was appearing to. For those of you, for Scrooge, for those of you that have seen the movie, past, present, future, and why you share. Now, and then of course the call to action. Now, many times when you have just a few minutes with somebody, you just give a card. Oh, and or send the person say, okay, let me send you my phone number, and then you send the link. Guess what? To your Virtual card, that we talk about that every Saturday, how to create your business card. This Saturday we are going to talk about the pipeline. And that's one of the reasons we have to have something fast. Remember, people are in a hurry. Yes, people want to meet in person right now, but first they want to know the short story, because if not, they are not going to give you the time of the day. Simple. Or they are not going to listen. That's it. Okay, the first part. For example, this is an example with a product. Past, before 3, I was struggling with energy, I was in discomfort, or if it's weight loss, I needed to lose weight, and I couldn't find anything, or I was in the injections, and that caused so many problems, or I didn't like the way that I felt. And present, or in the case of energy, we are talking about energy. See, I think I have more energy than ever. My skin is improving. Whatever you have as a result. My future, my goal is to become more active, exercise, and do things that I had a hard time doing before. And the reason I'm sharing, that's the 4th step, remember? The reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you want to protect and improve your well-being. You want to be better. Now you say, wow, that was quick. How long did it take you to say that? Really quick. Let's suppose that you are talking to a person and say, what do you do? Well, let me tell you the story. Before, I was totally struggling. I couldn't lose weight. Now I have more energy. I've been using this as a replacement for the injections. It's natural. It's the only natural stuff in the medical. Don't say PDR, because most people don't have idea what a PDR is. It's in a medical journal, and my goal is to lose more weight and be energetic, be with my kids, my grandkids, etc. And the reason I'm sharing with everybody is because I know a lot of people need this. You want to know? Let me give you my card. Let me give you my phone number. Let me give you my link to my business digital card. How long did it take? Less than a minute. Way less than a minute. And this is an example with the product. The business, I was struggling about the future. I didn't know what I was going to do with my finance. I was in trouble. Today I'm excited. I met some coaches that guided me to create an e-commerce business. Or I'm making some money. If you have not made money yet, you say, I'm learning how to do it from my home. Or if you're making, for example, last week they paid me $100. And I didn't have to be there. I just got it in my account. And my goal is to become financial, that is the future, free, and eventually work from home, and you add be with my kids, etc., and travel all over the world. Why you are sharing? The reason I'm sharing with you is because I know you and I have similar goals. This is if you're talking to a person that you know. If you don't know the person, I'm talking about everybody about this, because I know people are struggling. They don't have the time, or they don't have the money. And the call to action, invite to something or keep the business card. It's simple. Simple. You can use this format to create short form videos in social media, in TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, etc., 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 in LinkedIn. For example, you are in a video, say, guys, let me tell you, I was struggling with energy and I found this. Don't say the name of the product, because people are going to start Googling. Today I have more energy. This is so amazing. And my goal is to become more active. And the reason I'm sharing this is, if you know anybody, send me my message. And a call to action. That was the send me my message. But you see how fast it was? Do you see how fast it was? Really quick, a video, because videos cannot be too long in social media, the first video anyway. I see people that for the first time they get in video and they start talking and talking and talking and talking. And after 5 minutes, they don't have anybody that was there. But if you leave a short video, people, if it's less than a minute long, what happens is that people are going to stay for a minute. And I don't know how many of you have done that, but if you notice if you stay too long, people that are viewing the video start disappearing. Simple. And again, this is the system, the formula: past, present, future, and why you are sharing. Past, before I was whatever. Present, where I am today. And by the way, if you are new and you don't have the results, you say, I found a person that is having so much energy, I want part of it. Or a person that's starting to make money from home, and she or he is telling me how to do it. And the future, of course, the future. That's your goal. And why you are sharing. The reason it's so important that you say why you are sharing, because you don't want to sound like a salesperson. And then, of course, a time, a call to action. That's simple.
It's very good. Very good.
And any question? Oh, I see that you're. Thank you, Kimberly, to posting the slides on the right side. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah, make it
questions? Or,
simple. I think with too many people do the verbal vomit.
yeah,
Oh, I got to tell you about these products and all this and that and on and on and on. And people are going, I don't even care, you know.
I know.
Make it simple.
I
And
met with a
and
guy.
don't mention the name three originally.
No, and
Uh-huh.
especially when you are, if you're online, don't put it there because people start searching for it.
Hmm.
And if they get interested and they are searching, could land on the wrong person, not the person that posts the message, and they sign up with somebody else.
Yeah.
How do I know that? I've seen it so many times.
Uh-huh.
It's not only once or twice, so many times when people sign up with a different person. Even the friends sometimes. You are posting and they are your friends. And they say, oh, this is cool. And I'm going to do a search. Oh, I'm going to buy the product. And they buy it through somebody else.
Hmm. Because they got confused. They don't
Yeah,
understand.
they get
Uh-huh.
because most people don't know how this works.
Hmm. Well, any questions, Kimberly? That was really good. Short and
Yeah,
simple.
that was so great, George. I really love all of your designs. They're always so brilliant and
Yeah.
fun. Can you go over a little bit more of why I'm sharing? When somebody is new, I wanted to tell you this because if
Yes.
you're absolutely brand new.
Yeah, the sharing usually is because you are having you have a benefit and you want the other person to have the benefits. That's the basically. And then you said,
Okay.
in the case of the weight loss, I have an incredible results. I'm losing weight. I don't have to use those injections, and I'm sharing with other people because I know a lot of people are struggling with this, and I'm sharing. I want to people to know more about this. On the business, the same thing. Oh, people are struggling because they don't have time for the family, they don't have enough money, and I'm sharing with everybody because I want people to have the same benefits. Because the more people are financial free, we have a better world, and it's true. You can improve your society, improve the area where you live, etc. And that's why it basically is a benefit that you're having or you're going to have if you're brand new. You never have the product result yet because you're brand new. They say people are having these results because people get excited about what happened. People is happening with people. Remember, there's a famous saying: "Story sells, facts tell." You're basically just telling a short story, very short story here. It's an infomercial, it's a commercial. You see the commercials on TV or in the Super Bowl, they are not long, they're less than a minute. They have
Hmm.
less than a minute to capture your
Yeah.
imagination.
Hmm.
It's why you cannot go too long. I was talking to a guy, this was 2 weeks ago. He's a huge financial consultant. He seems always been in vacation, and I've seen him several times. And one time we got into a conversation. He always say hi, and we talk about sports for 5 minutes, 5 seconds, not even 5 minutes, short. And then I was curious, what do you do? And it's funny because he says something very simple. Oh, I just helping people to retire financial free without paying taxes. I'm thinking, whoa, that was good. Guess what? And he didn't say one thing. And I said, how do you do that? Guess what? He got my curiosity. Do you know what I found later? This guy is making over $6 million a year, and he doesn't show it. I mean, he has a nice watch, a nice car, but doesn't show $6 million a year. Short story. And I comment to him, "Whoa, I love short stories, and you got me with this one." He started laughing.
And exactly
He's
what
a
did he
financial
say? Now
advisor.
say that again. What did he say to you about the
He said
tax
how
relief?
people have to retire with the money was retire making money and without having to pay taxes.
Making money without having to pay taxes.
And I
Mm.
said, imagine in my head, said, what the heck? This is what is it?
Uh-huh.
And then
Uh-huh.
I talked to him later. As a matter of fact, last night we have a call because he is in great shape. He still wants the GLP trip, even people that are in the. But anyway, I was having a call with him, and he was telling me that when he learned to those short phrases, because I comment on him and say, I always say about I have my story. I told him about the 4 steps. That's why I have this write it down. I was thinking, that original training this morning was going to be a little different, but then I remember, whoa, that was a great conversation with this guy talking about the story. Because successful people knows that. Short stories, short stories, and no facts. The problem when we are verbal vomiting, we are telling facts and more facts. And by the way, when you tell so many facts, people get confused in their mind. They don't know exactly what you talk about. And then when they go
Exactly.
to the husband or wife, say, "Oh yeah, this woman came to me, or this guy came to me and was telling me about something that you put under your tongue, and something about a PDR. I don't know if it's an illness or if it's the name of a thing." And then and they were telling me that your skin, but I don't understand how the skin, because you put the drops. I don't know if the drops you have to put on your face too. Get so confused. And they were talking about this energy powder. I feel that they have some kind of drug there. People get confused when the more information we give, the more confused it is. And that's on everything. On the paid plan, the same thing. You say too much at the beginning, unless the person is a networker, understand the numbers, they get confused. And most people, even many networkers, get confused if you bombard the people. I like the phrase that he used about retirement, because the same thing here. Hey, if you want to talk about business, I tell people how to make money and retire with a lot of money and never to work again. That's what came to my mind.
Teaching people to retire early. Is that
To
correct?
retire early, make a lot of money, and never to have to work again, because you created an income
That's a good phrase, teaching people how to retire early.
early.
Write that down. That's a good one. Uh-huh.
Kimberly said we're in the cash flow business. It's true. You can say that. Oh, I'm in the cash flow business, and say, well, what do you mean cash flow? They said, well, we teach people how to create a cash flow machine that eventually you don't have to do it anymore, and you keep making money,
Uh-huh. Making money when you sleep.
even when you sleep.
Uh-huh.
And you can make a joke. You say, sometimes I cannot sleep. Why? Because I read all night. I'm hearing caching, caching, caching. But it's why simplicity, and I said it before, and I didn't say that was Leonardo da Vinci, said simplicity is the latest sophistication. And he said this so many hundreds of years ago from a brilliant mind, that he was a scientist, he was an artist, he was a philosopher, and but he still was saying simplicity is the latest sophistication. Yeah, I think we have two questions are coming. Janelle, I think you came first. Hi, Janelle.
Yes. So, okay, I know we have a lot of new people on here, and so I was wondering if you could just share real quick, when you give a curiosity phrase and you have people say, well, what is it? Well, what's the name of the company? Let me have your website. Let me go to that. Can you just share real quick how you handle that so that new
Yes.
people know?
It's why, by the way, I want people to learn how to use the app and create the virtual site. Let me give you my virtual card. And when they say, what is the name of the company? I say my name. It's my company. It's George Reese Enterprise.
Oh,
It's your
okay.
company. Remember something, by the way, and this is something that sometimes we forget, and I have said that in other trainings before. We are not branding the company, we are branding ourselves. We remember
Mhm.
the many, many years ago, I think it was Harvey Mackay, the one that he said, I like the product so much that I bought the company.
Mhm. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
It's the
And that
same thing.
Uh, and that really is what Kenyon was alluding to today. The people and Miriam, they want to know about the person, the
Yeah.
relationship. You're branding yourself.
Yes. And that's why you
Mhm.
say it's George Reese Enterprise, and I want to give you my business card. That way we can connect and I can show you more what I have.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's
And
good.
it's what you can give a business card to. It's just that the experience with business cards, and this is not just mine. A lot of people throw away the business cards, so they have so many that they never look at them. And how many times
Mm-hmm.
you go home and you say, "Whoa, I have many business cards," and you start looking at them and say, "Oh no," and then you throw them away because you
Yeah.
say, "I
You
had too
clean out
many."
your purse. Uh-huh. You clean
Right.
out your purse, you throw them away. You can't even remember.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Right.
again, this is important. Again, I say we are branding ourselves. We love so much the company that we, the brand, decide to represent them. But it's you, because when people are, remember, there are thousands of people in network marketing. There are thousands of people in three. And if you say, I represent three for them, you are another representative for three. You're a salesperson.
That's so good, George. So good.
And
Yes.
you want to show difference. They say, oh, I talked to this guy, and he's so excited that he's representing a brand.
That's really good. You're so good, George. That's why you built 40 millionaires. I mean, you listen very carefully. George has a lot of wisdom.
So
You know.
true.
Caroline,
Thank
That
you,
was
George.
good. I like that. I didn't, that's good. I learned something this morning. I'm
Yeah.
always learning.
uh,
Yeah.
Caroline,
Because,
sorry.
George,
Okay.
it's so true because I've had it happen. It's like, well, what's the name of the company? And then when you give the name of the company, they were interested and they were going to get on a Zoom. And then when I give them the name of the company, they go research it all themselves. And then they don't get on the Zoom. They don't want to hear the rest of the information because they've already made their own decision.
Yes. That's
And they
right.
still don't have all the information.
Yes. Something that's cool also is when you say a Zoom, actually, I love to say a private business reception or a private conversation. It's just for you. Even if you're inviting people, this is private, inviting people to see this. One of the reasons I said make sure you do your own Zooms is because many times that's the way, okay, I want to sit down with you. If it's in person, obviously the person live in the same city, you're going to sit down with them. I'm talking about people that don't live in the city. But the idea is that you show that's a private thing just for them. And now, if you are inviting that person to a Zoom, it's a private reception, a private Zoom, or a private meeting. It's always to give the importance. A group of entrepreneurs like me are getting together.
Right.
Because
Right.
we say, oh yeah, but there's going to be they're going to talk about the product. They say, tell me more about the product. You are opening a can of worms because people is asking you more and more and more and more and more. Now you can give some information that they say, no, this product is amazing. It's in medical publications, and let's talk about that. Say, what is the name of the product? You're not going to find it in the internet because it's so brand new. You are going to be one of the persons.
That's good. You
That's
won't find it on the internet. It's so
excellent.
new. That's good. You won't find it on the internet. It's so new. So we'll talk about it
You're
when we
one of
get
the
together.
first ones, yeah.
That's great. I actually said that to someone. I said it's so new you wouldn't find it. So I was
Right.
That's
like,
good. That's good.
And plus, sometimes they can spell it wrong. GLP-3, and that's a medication.
Yeah.
And they say, "Oh, I already know about all that." Caroline, I know you raise your hands. Hi, Caroline. Good
Hi.
morning.
So I just want to piggyback on what you were saying about making money while you sleep. John, my ex-boyfriend, but we're best friends. He always told me that for 5 years. Hey, I'm making money while I sleep. And that was with the other platform, two other platforms, and this current one. And he also told me back in the day, and I've been working on it, is to brand myself. He has, because George, you and him were best friends, our best friends.
Yes.
And, he's learned a lot from you, and I've learned a lot from him and both of you guys. So thank you so much. And it was great training this morning, too.
Thank you. Yeah, to give you an idea about John without using his full name, because he, for obvious reasons, he is one of the million income earners from the other platform. We've been friends. He's a cool guy. And of course, that way I met Caroline, and we have become very good friends too. Lori, you have a question. And it's, by the way, it's why Caroline is growing, because she's like a sponge. She keep learning and learning and learning. And she's everywhere.
Yeah.
Whenever there's an activity, you are going to see Caroline.
Yeah. Hey, George. Hey,
Lori.
Christine, everybody. I was just just got a second. I was just wanting to say, make a point. When you get people and they start asking all these questions, like, well, what is it, and what do you do, and blah blah blah. One good way that you can stop them is to say, well, do you have a paper and pen handy? And then they're thinking you're going to give them some information, and that's when you give them the Zoom link, and then I guess then you can go into, this is a private session for you, because this will interrupt their thought, because there's like they're interrogating you, and they're like, well, what is it, and this and that, and they can get aggressive. So that's a good way to say, well, do you have a paper and pen handy? Because that makes them think that you're going to give them like all the answers or whatever. And then that way you get and give them the Zoom. So I just wanted to, that just came up in my mind. And I just like, well, let me just say what I've done that actually works, because they feel like they're getting something when you do that.
Oh, that's
I love
great.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, because sometimes we feel pressure because if we are like a kid. We feel, oh, if I don't tell my mom or my dad this, the whole thing, I'm gonna get in trouble. And then you start, blah, 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 blah. And then what happened? How many times when you were a kid, the parents or the teacher push you to say something and you start making up stuff after a while because you didn't know what to say? We do that as an adult. We start adding information, making up and this and that and this piece and this puzzle, and suddenly it's not a puzzle anymore because nothing fit anymore. And the person that's looking at you, okay, that's good. I call you. Give me your car and I call you. Ha ha, wink, wink. Yeah.
Oh, this was so good, George. Oh, excellent, excellent. Anyone else have questions this morning?
Let me add one thing.
Yes, Kenyon.
What George is saying about our story, our 1 minute story, doing these 30-second commercials. I do a different product every week, but what it's doing for me and everybody, it builds your confidence about talking about the products, because you got to think about what you got time to think about what you're going to do for 30 seconds. So what are you going to do for 30 seconds or a minute to talk about the business? It helps build our confidence. And I love this training, George. That was spot on. It seemed like everything for all week has come together till today.
Yes.
And it's like we talked about in the comments, everything has come together today to work for us. I think it was amazing. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, George. I'm so excited for this training. I'm almost to my 20 cycles.
Woo!
I'm going to hit it. I'm averaging 10 to 12 in 4 weeks. And I'm so close to hitting the 20 in the 4 weeks. So
Yeah,
I'm
you're
ready
gonna do
for
it. You
this
have a
next
great team.
Congratulations, Kenyon. You can do it.
Yeah,
You can
you have a
do
great
it.
team, and your daughter is on fire.
Yes.
It's on
Got my
fire.
first 3-star. My
Yes,
daughter's
she
on
became a
fire.
three-star.
We
Yeah.
are doing and going, and so everybody just continue going. I love what this business is. I love the team on how everybody gets the camaraderie or whatever it is. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? How we get
Yeah.
together. I appreciate everything that has been said and done. And we are just one big 3 family. And remember, guys, we have these trainings. I live in St. George. I'm 5 hours to Salt Lake for a training, and I'm 6 hours to Los Angeles for a training. Where do you think I'm going to be on June 13th and July 11th? I'm going to be down there with the regionals
Yeah.
that we have. So make sure you get people to them. That's the key.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right. And the people you hang around with is who you become. You get energized, you see everything happening. And we are one community.
Christine,
sure.
can I
Yes.
just real quick, Kenyon, that just brought up a thought. When I went in there to go register, you just because we have a lot of new people on here, and so when you go register, you can bring guests with you. So for the new people on here that this is their first regional, bring guests with you.
Yes.
Don't come alone. Bring guests.
Absolutely. You should always bring guests, over invite. If you have 2 or 3, you don't want to go there and get all excited and then say, oh, I wish I had somebody here. And you see other people with their guests and they sign up and you go, darn, put them in your car, load them up and get them in the car. Don't depend on them to drive there. Just put them in your car, rent a van, whatever. Get them to the regionals for sure.
The
Very
other
good.
key point to that is get your new team members, brand ambassadors
Yes.
there, because my daughter and them hadn't been to a regional, a training. When they went to Dallas to see what 3 was really about, people go, oh, we're on a Zoom. I understand it. No, you do not understand it till you go to a convention, a regional. You do not understand what 3 is all about until you go to it and see a group of people to see the vision of what we really have to offer and what is in your hands. So get your new brand ambassadors to go, because they think they know what it is, but that you don't until you go to a regional. You really
Yeah.
don't.
Right. And live events are always more powerful than a
Yes.
Zoom. Always. I know we had somebody from Janelle's group that came to not a regional, but we had a big event for Janelle and her team and Dr. Menifee, and he brought a lot of people. And then he said, now he'd been on several Zooms and he was excited. But then we got these, he says, oh, these are even better. The live events are even better than the Zooms. So then they got excited. They touch and feel. They see other people. They feel the energy. Live events are always way bigger. And of course, a regional, when you have corporate, is even more powerful with a lot of leaders. Yeah. Miriam, and then we'll finish.
Just
Miriam?
really quickly, some of them I can't register yet. I was going to register for LA, but you can't. And I had someone in Charlotte, a guest, that I had told her about it, but there's no registration.
There should be a link on
well,
each one.
Christine, I actually talked to him. Someone started the registration because they needed to know how many. I honestly don't need a registration.
Yeah.
I just threw it in there because you guys had asked. But some cities you don't have to register because the room is big enough.
Yeah.
Got it.
And they don't need a count. So if there's not a registration, it means that they have enough room for as many people as they.
Yeah.
I won't worry.
Yeah. I wouldn't even worry. I would just get there.
Just go and
go load your van.
And if I'm sending a guest without me because she's in Charlotte, is there someone I can connect her with?
You'll have to get it with someone like in that group. So corporate's not controlling the registration. So the registration that I just added for you guys, it's coming to me. It's not going to corporate, just so you guys know.
I see that now.
So I would connect with someone that you know that's going to be at that regional or running that regional.
This is a suggestion. Sign the person up even if it's with the $30 when they go there. Because I've seen so many cases that people go there and sometimes because they don't know or because somebody's pushing that it's not really ethical. Because remember, we just because we are cool here, that doesn't mean that everybody's cool. We never know who is going to be. And because I've seen so many times they say, oh, I signed up with this person because told me that live here and you don't live here and I'm going to work with this person.
They'll say, I'm local.
I heard that so many times.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that happened on Facebook. So you're absolutely right. It's actually worth me to pay it. So.
Yeah, even if you pay the $30.
Yeah.
Good idea. Great. I didn't even think about that. And something that makes me
good.
The registration, because I do a lot of these events where I have a table. The last one I did, I had the 2 people sign up on the spot just with their 30 and then order. That actually worked. I know it's not what we typically do, but I wanted to have that connection already. So they were willing to give me a credit card for the 30 and then get the order. So that's something else as we're doing these shows.
Yeah, I think that is important. Like we say, we don't normally just go 30 and then later on get an order. No, but if you're sending somebody, George is right, you're sending somebody to a regional without you or somebody, there will be some, unfortunately, unethical and they will kind of say, oh, well, I'm local, I can help you. Who brought you? Well, I don't know. I met somebody online and they told me to come here. And then they go, well, here, I'll take care of you. And then they sign you up, sign for themselves. So you got to protect.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the cool thing, when you register that person, then you say, now you are part of the team already. Just go there, and then if you decide to do it, then you're ready to place an order.
Yeah. That's the best way. Very good advice.
Yeah, I was going to say something else. I respect that. Well, I don't remember. Oh, about the rooms. Don't worry about the capacity. On the contrary, try to make sure that there's no capacity. We want that room to be full.
Right. Yeah.
Standing room only.
Yeah. There's creates energy and excitement.
That's right. People are looking through the door and they say, what's happening in there? Well, they're giving money away and health.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, I agree. Don't worry about registration. Just get there to any of the events. Okay, well, this has been fantastic. Great training, George. Thank you, and all that contributed this morning. Everybody, remember George will be doing the comp plan tomorrow, 11:30 Central, tomorrow morning. I put that on the fire horse. And just let's keep running. Let's go. We're the fire horses.
Christine, we have onboarding tomorrow, 9 o'clock with
Okay.
Ashley,
Okay, good.
and 10 o'clock onboarding 201.
Okay.
So on regular onboarding will be 9 with Ashley, and 10 o'clock the 201.
Okay, great. So we've got that all on schedule again because we were moving around and so, but we're back.
We're not on the cruise. We might as well go, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We're
I'm
going to
glad we are
bigger.
here.
We're here making money and building a business.
By the way, Christine, one thing, when you had the recording, send it to me, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit it, the part of the training, and I'm
Yeah.
going to have it separate, because it was
Right.
only like 10, 15 minutes. And
Yeah.
that way people see just this part.
Yeah, that's great. It's very good.
That would be
I will do
great.
that. Okay, perfect. Just take off the other entrance stuff and then just
Yeah,
start.
put it in a
Yeah.
separate, because it's
Yeah.
ideal to have a separate training on that.
Right, I agree. It was very good. Very good.
Thank you,
Okay.
George.
All right. Let's have a great day, fire horses.
you.
Let's all
Thank
go.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
week.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
All right.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.
Pescado, pescado.